Please subscribe our channel Puppet Show.
After killing the demon Bagasuran, the Pandavas gained immense popularity in the village. The villagers praised their bravery, and soon enough, the news might reach the ears of Duryodhana. Sensing the potential danger, the Pandavas decided it was time to leave the village quietly. As the Pandavas were about to leave, a Brahmin guest arrived at their house. He informed them that King Draupadi had announced a Swayamvara for his daughter Panchali. He explained that all eligible princes would compete for her hand in marriage. The Pandavas, excited by the news, decided to travel to Draupadi's kingdom to participate in the Swayamvara. They also hoped to live in the new kingdom for a while, as they were still living in disguise. Before they left, sage Vyasa appeared before them. He blessed the Pandavas and Kunti, giving them strength and guidance for the journey ahead. After a long journey, the Pandavas arrived in Panchala, the capital of King Draupadi's kingdom. The entire kingdom was decorated with flowers, and the streets were filled with celebration as the Swayamvara was about to begin. King Draupadi thought about Arjuna's bravery, wishing for him to marry his daughter Panchali. He designed a competition that only a warrior of Arjuna's skill could win. However, Draupadi believed the Pandavas had perished in the fire at Varanavada. Among the many kings who arrived the day before the Swayamvara, Yadava King Krishna and his brother Balarama were also present. Krishna, a dear friend of Draupadi, had a keen interest in the events about to unfold. On the day of the Swayamvara, a massive crowd gathered in the grand stadium. The bow and arrow challenge was placed in the center. Above it, a rotating circle with holes and a fish toy positioned on top awaited the contestants. The aim was to hit the fish by shooting through the rotating circle. The first to attempt the challenge was King Shishupala from Seti. However, he struggled to even lift the bow, ultimately failing in embarrassment. Next came Duryodhana, full of arrogance, but like Shishupala, he too failed miserably and returned to his seat humiliated. Karna, the mighty warrior, stepped forward next. He managed to lift the bow with ease, surprising the crowd. But just as he was about to aim, Draupadi declared that she would not marry the son of a charioteer. Upon hearing Draupadi's words, Karna lowered the bow and respectfully withdrew from the competition, though the crowd was shocked. As more kings failed, doubt began to spread among the crowd. Many started to believe that no one could succeed in this seemingly impossible challenge. In the midst of the confusion, a young Brahmin from the crowd stood up and approached Drishtadyumna. He asked if he could participate in the competition, claiming to have the knowledge and skill to win. The Brahmin, who was none other than Arjuna in disguise, approached the bow, lifted it effortlessly, and aimed with perfect precision. His arrow pierced through the rotating circle and hit the fish, winning the competition. As soon as Arjuna won, a shower of flowers rained down on him. Draupadi, beautifully adorned for the Swayamvara, approached Arjuna and placed a garland around his neck, choosing him as her husband. The crowd of kings erupted in anger, feeling humiliated that a mere Brahmin had won the competition. They began shouting and accusing King Draupadi of designing the contest to shame them. Despite the uproar, Arjuna stood firm, unafraid. With his bow and arrow in hand, he prepared to defend himself against the angry kings. Meanwhile, Bhima, who was also in disguise, uprooted a tree from the ground and planted it in the center of the stadium as a show of strength. Just as the situation was about to escalate, Krishna stepped forward and calmed the crowd. At his command, the kings and princes quieted down and reluctantly returned to their kingdoms.
Please subscribe our channel Puppet Show.